Hi, everyone, and welcome to the collective. As we hit this mid January surge, I want to start with a provocative truth. You do not have to sacrifice your soul to be effective. Well, in our sector, we've been conditioned to believe in the toxic trade off. This idea that to be a good leader, you have to give until there's nothing left. We wear exhaustion like a badge of honor, and we treat our calendars like a shared public utility. But here is what I've learned: burnout is not a requirement for impact. In fact, if you are operating from a place of low battery, you aren't actually leading, you're just reacting. So, this week is about the energy alignment. We're moving from surviving the workload to burnout proofing your mission. This starts with a shift in self awareness. Stepping up in leadership isn't just about managing others, it's about leading yourself first. We often view boundaries as walls, things we put up to keep people out. Because we are helpers by nature, that can feel really cold and uncomfortable, can't it? It feels like we aren't being a team player. Now, I want you to reframe that. Boundaries aren't walls, they're strategic filters. Well, think of a water filter. It doesn't block the water, it removes the impurities so the water is actually usable. Your boundaries do the same. They filter out the churn, the low value meetings, and the quick questions that aren't actually urgent. So your energy can flow toward the high value work that only you can do. Now, I know the fear. The fear is that saying no costs you relational capital. You don't want to be the no person or let your colleagues down. And that's why today we're installing a tool I call the oxygen mask practice, or the no sandwich. It's how you protect your capacity while actually strengthening your relationships through honesty and vulnerability. It's a 3-step script: yes, no, yes. The first, we validate the intent, acknowledge the value of the request and the person. I love where your head's at with this. It's exactly the thinking we need. And next, no. Protect the priority. This is where you put the mask on first. Be clear about your capacity. Right now, to ensure I deliver priority A at 100%, I have to pass on it this week. And then end with a yes. Offer the bridge and stay a partner in their success. I can't own this, but here is a resource that might help. Or we can look at the calendar for next month. When you do this, you aren't rejecting a person, you're stewarding a resource. That's what high level leaders do. And as you go through the middle of your week, I want you to look at your calendar through the purpose filter. The busiest person in the room is often the least strategic. Why? Because they are servicing the churn. They're checking boxes, but not moving the needle. Ask yourself, is this yes moving the mission or just servicing the noise? Leadership growth happens in the white space. It's that intentional stillness where you stop reacting to your inbox and start shaping the future. If your day is 100% churn, you aren't leading a movement, you're just managing a to-do list. So I challenge you to delegate or delete one thing today to buy back just 30 minutes of strategic thought. Yep. And finally, we wrap up the week with a hard boundary: recovery. The sustainable leader rests, not as a reward for finishing your work, because the work is, really never finished, but as a prerequisite for the work to come. If you work through the weekend, you're borrowing energy from next week at a high interest rate. And I know I've done this too often. This Friday, I'm asking you to make a public declaration of your offline hours. Close the laptop, secure your own oxygen. Hey, I'm so proud of the work you're doing. By aligning your energy You aren't just saving yourself from burnout, you're ensuring that your mission has a leader who is actually present, focused, and fueled for the long haul. Let's get aligned. So I'll see you in the comments.